Inside the ManCave with Johnny Compian.
Oh, yeah. Hey, put your finger in my fun hole. It's beautiful.
Graphic language will be used throughout this show.
We are enjoying lots of sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Now we ready to roll.
Inside the ManCave with Johnny Compian.
Game over, bitches.
Welcome to hell. Prepare for your first beating.
Inside the ManCave podcast show. Follow me at Johnny Compian on Twitter. Like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Inside the ManCave podcast show. And follow me on IG and Facebook Meta. Man, it's been a rough couple of days for me. I've been a little bit under the weather after my trip. And so I've been kind of recovering. I lost my voice a little bit, and I didn't want to be too hard on my voice. So I just bowed out and said, you know what, I'm going to sit back and watch all this football because I have the NFL ticket. So I can watch all the football that I want till my eyes bleed. And that's exactly what I've done for the second week in a row. And it was a good one. It was a good NFL weekend. You know, it started off on Thursday. And that's always good because I missed all that. I'm sure you guys did as well, right? You missed that. And one thing that I take away from all this, we're in week 2 already. Week 2, all right? One thing I take away from this, and I think it needs to be addressed as a huge NFL fan, I say slow it down a little bit. You're going way too fast. Slow it down a little bit. I feel like we're going too quick. And I don't want to open my eyes again and be in week 6. It's because I missed it so much. Anyway, you know what? Week 2 was good. Week 1 started out on a good note, you know, for a lot of you fans for your teams. But man, it's been one of those where last Monday was overreaction Monday. Everybody was overreacting about this and that, and you know, what happened here? My team did this. And there were some fans who were like, we're right where we want to be. Not for me. My team dropped one on the road and then came home and they played the Arizona Cardinals, which Kyler Murray, that guy is something else. You got to give him the credit. The spotlight was on him. People were calling him out. You know, saying this and that in on the Twitters and all the social media, all these talking heads always coming after somebody. And Kyler Murray, I mean, he did the right thing. You went in there and you didn't let up. You didn't let up, and you took out my team at home.
Murray gonna throw it. This side of the field, it is caught by Marquise.
And then you got punched in the face. Kyler Murray, why would you do that? Why would you run out? Yeah, there was some fans out there, but man, you got Raider fans in the stands at home. Somebody stuck an arm out there and got him. Got Kyler Murray. Now there's a couple of things that are going on with that where they're looking at video, and I think they want to talk to somebody about it. I don't know if he's saying, hey, you know what, he messed me up, whatever, you know, almost poked my eye out. I get it. But why would you do that? Why? Maybe at home, yes. On the road? In Vegas? Raider fans? No, you don't go out into the stands and try to, throw it in their face. Head to the locker room, celebrate with your team, get on the plane, or maybe stay the night, I guess, and go hang out, go get some good dinner, and get out of there. don't go out into the stands, you crazy. Well, yeah, he got punched in the face or slapped. I don't know. I saw the video, and it looked like he just, like, somebody put their hand over his face. Like, they tried to get him to push him back, and I don't know. It was in slow motion, so I didn't see it. The actual video in regular speed, because maybe that would told a little bit more. But it looked, from the video that I saw, he got his face pushed back a little bit, which was not cool. Like, you know, your team lost. There's no need to do something like that. They're going to come after you. There's video cameras everywhere. People are going to call you out. You're not going to get away with it. You know, it was a mistake, I'm sure, on the fan. I don't think he meant to do it, but who knows? I don't know. I just saw it on Twitter, and I wanted to talk about it because it happened, you know, when they beat my team. Now we're 0-2. We're 0 for still in week 2. And then it's okay because, you know, the NFL, I've always said, is a week-to-week league, right? And the Tennessee Titans got trampled tonight, Monday Night Football, against those Buffalo Bills, who are 2-0 in the AFC. Man, they're serious. That's a serious team there. When they came out in the first week and played the Rams, they looked like they were all business. And now it's like, you know, they're going to play, who are they going to play? It's going to be, the Dolphins and the Bills in week 3. And the Dolphins, man, that's a fast team. They got some speed on that team. But them Buffalo Bills got something to prove. They're on a mission. That division is going to be really interesting to watch once we get midway through the NFL season, see where they're at, because right now they're looking good. It's going to be crazy. And there's a lot of movement. You know, the Dolphins are 2-0, who they're going to go against the Bills next in week 3. Then the Chiefs in the AFC, they're 2-0. They're on pace. Making it look easy, right? You come in from training camp, there's no nothing. You're ready to go, man, and you play. And that's the thing about my Raiders, my Las Vegas Raiders. You know, they got Adams from Green Bay, and they look like they miss him up in Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, those rookies, he's like, no, it's not what I want. But that's what you have, Aaron. But my Raiders got that top flight receiver there, and I'm happy to have him. He's great. I think they're going to bounce back next week. And they're going to play the Titans on the road. They're going to Tennessee. And if I was in Vegas, I would lay all my money down on the Raiders to win that, because you don't want to go over. Another over, man. You don't want to be down 3. You don't want to be 3 and out, because it's going to be really hard to get back up if you look at your schedule. I don't have the schedule in front of me, but it'll be rough to get back to where you want to be, you know, going into week 4. You know, 0-3. Like, oh, man. So I'm betting the house that the Raiders will bounce back and beat Tennessee. Tennessee just didn't look right. And that team was good last year. But there's just something about it that I enjoy. There's always a team that I hate and that I will never root for, like the Texans. But I changed my mind on the Texans. You know, they're 1-1 right now, I think. They started out good. They got a new coaching staff. J.J. Watt's gone. I hated J.J. Watt. They're doing good. I think they're going to do good. The Texans will do good. But you know, it's a good start to the second week of the NFL. I just wanted to slow down a little bit, but it's not. Yeah, so back to my Raiders, man. That they had it. They started out good. Things were looking good, and they kind of let their foot off the gas a little bit and allowed Kyler Murray to come back and make some key plays. And he will do that. That guy, he can move. He's fast. You should see that. It was like a playground for him. These big linemen are like, where is he? That's the thing about Kyler Murray. You got to give him credit. You got to give Kyler Murray the credit. He closed out, man. He closed the game out. This is the way we want to do it. Done. So yeah, the Raiders had the opportunity to get it done, and they just couldn't do it. They just weren't in sync. Things didn't match up for them, and things were not the way they wanted them to be. They kind of let their foot off, like I said, and allowed the Cardinals to come back and make some big plays and take that lead and win it and close it out in overtime. So that was good to, like I said, the NFL Sunday Ticket is awesome. I enjoy it. I enjoy the red zone. I enjoy the NFL mix. You go to the early games and into the the mid-afternoon games, which are awesome as well. I really don't like the noon games, especially when your team is playing. But I miss football so much. I'm like, I don't care. Just give it to me. I'll take it. I couldn't imagine being in the West Coast where you have to get up early, like at 10, to get your NFL day started. I need some time, man. I need to get the beer iced up, the barbecue pit ready, marinate what you have, or check on what you had marinating in your fridge for the grill. Make sure all your sound system's ready. Make sure everybody's fed, and watch football all day. That's it. Just watch football and enjoy your Sunday, your Monday. God, it was good. It was good to have two games. Minnesota got romped as well by the Eagles. The Eagles are a serious team in the NFC. They're 2-0. Them and the Giants, the New York Giants. I heard Michael Strahan on one of the shows, the early morning shows on Sunday, talk about, hey, this is this team. They look good. They don't want to. They got their new coaching. Everything is you're still kind of looking at things, and it's working out for them. It's looking out for the Giants, who take on the Dallas Cowboys, who won. They were winners this weekend after losing Dak Prescott in week 1. With that broken thumb and got the surgery and all that drama. You know what? I feel so good. I feel so good not being a part of that drama anymore. I hate it.
Dak, and he's beat every timeline I've ever seen him even look at. So he's got a good chance to do it, but there's no question that we didn't put him on. I want to be real clear about that. We did not put him on so that he could be working during these weeks. He could be out there, if throwing, but certainly involved in everything else. Couldn't have done that had we not put him there. And I think that I certainly would look to hope that he just might be available.
I knew Jerry was going to come out and be like, "Oh, don't worry, he's going to get surgery. He'll be back like in 2 games or 3 games," which is like, dude, like, don't even talk about it. Don't even let it play out for a little bit. Don't make it up. That's what he does. That's what Jerry does. And then Stephen Jones comes out, and says almost the same thing. Hey, well, he might come back a little earlier. And I'm so glad I'm not part of that drama. Cooper Rush came out as a backup and kind of took over and was like, you know what? I'm gonna take this team until my quarterback comes back and make sure I don't wreck the car. And that's what he did. He came out and made some big plays. But Dallas, not only on the offensive side of the ball, them corners and making plays and defensive plays, still on the penalties. I mean, but Dallas is, 1-1. They're 1-1 right now. They beat the team that went to the Super Bowl. And it was funny. You got to watch this. Michael Irvin, the playmaker, was on. And on First Take. And so he's going off. And this is so funny because the playmaker always, he's a big homer. He won championships with the Dallas Cowboys. The guy knows what he's talking about. And he's on with Stephen A. Smith, who's a Cowboy hater. We all know that. And he goes off, and this video is hilarious where he's going off and he's hyping up Cooper Rush, and he's saying, this guy, he was at the bottom of the list of quarterbacks and he never had the chance. Now he's playing like Tom Brady. And Stephen A. about fell down. And one of the commentators on First Take, she's like, wait a minute, you're just taking it too far. It was so funny. Enjoy this video. It's hilarious.
First quarterback in the division. In the division alone. And Cooper Rush went in and took a Super Bowl. Cincinnati went to the Super Bowl.
He threw a couple of people he could.
And he won a game.
He threw a couple of
Oh my God, I can't believe it.
Really, that's what we're doing.
And in the end, when Cooper Rush needed to do it, he looked like Tom Brady. He led that team right on down the field. He looked like Tom Brady. Led that team out, and then they kicked out field goal. And they won the game. And they won the game. After looking like Tom Brady. Cooper Rush, you are my top playmaker of the week.
Oh my God. You're not doing this no more. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Thank you. You playmaker. Thank you, Cooper Rush. That's my thought.
You and that damn toupee. Back to that. You in that damn toupee. Him in that damn toupee. Get out of here.
Nobody gave.
Really? So
Nobody gave Russ.
Okay, he's on the list ahead of Tua.
Yes, he's number one. He's number one. Nobody gave him a chance.
The playmaker letting you know that we got TB12, man, a.k.a. TB12, Cooper Rush, on our team. So don't worry. Dak, take 4 or 5 weeks, dude. It's cool. We got it. We got Tom Brady, man. He's ready to go. That's hilarious. Yeah, I wish him all luck. I don't know, because the Cowboys are riding high, and they're making big plays on the defensive side of that ball, and that's what you need. Your offense is kind of, some of the receivers are making plays, but you need that defense too to get you that ball back, so you can take advantage of some certain situations that you get into. So you need that ball back. And Parsons, man, that guy, he is a beast. We all know that. If you guys follow the team or look anywhere on SportsCenter, anything, any sports related media outlet, they're talking about, Parsons. See, this guy he's good, man. The Cowboys, they got a good one there. But also, there's another guy on that team who's a playmaker as well. And that's awesome. You need role players like that. You got Diggs as well. And, that side of the ball is looking good. So, I don't know. We'll see. Monday Night Football next Monday will be a good one to watch. I can't wait. I'm trying to figure out what can I cook on the Monday night. What can it be? Some steaks, or maybe I should put a rack of ribs, or maybe I could do a brisket. I don't know. I'll figure something out. But man, that's going to be a good one. I can't wait. Cowboys, Giants. In Jersey, That's where the stadium's at. So that's going to be a lot of fun to watch. But man, the talk has been lately about Tom Brady and everything that he's going through in his personal life, and I don't like any of that stuff in the game. Leave it alone. Let's play football. I don't care. I don't care what's going on at home with Tom Brady. I love to watch him. I'm an NFL football fan. I'm not a fan of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I enjoy watching football. I love it. I love the competition. So watching Tom Brady go on and still be playing at this level, at his age, which is incredible. The guy is, he does what he has to do in order for himself to be ready, NFL ready, because that game is fast and you can, at his age, one good hit and that's it, you're done. But Tom Brady is a competitor, and that game on Sunday, that early game, it was in New Orleans, the Saints and the Buccaneers. That one got a little. The last time they met, it was a little touchy, and there was no punches pulled this time that we can say. But yeah, it got a little hairy, and we got players ejected. I was listening to the radio call for a minute. I was doing something, so I was like, I got the XM app, and so I'm listening to that. I can listen to the games. I can walk inside and, kind of get back into the game live. But I heard something. Brady got this. Brady pushed somebody, and then Evans came out and pushed, and there was ejections. And I saw the play. Here it is. If you didn't see it. Yeah, so, and Brady talks about it as well.
It's an emotional game, so I don't think that's, I think a little better execution helps all the way around. Defense played great again. Line fought hard. All the guys that were in there fought hard. It's a really tough team, really well coached. Team we really struggle with, so it feels good to win.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where, that game in the beginning could have gone either way. I thought that, the Buccaneers would come out and be a little stronger, but they got it done. That team, there's a lot of competitors on that team, and they're not going to give up. It's a crazy matchup and crazy game. They hate each other, obviously. And then Green Bay is 1-1. They lost they lost some players there, and that's a lot of things as well that you saw is a lot of injuries, some bad injuries that happened, people being carted off. It's not good to see. Players running into their own players and getting in bad situations and being able, it's horrible to see. You don't like to see that. You want to make sure these guys, and the NFL is tried to take different approaches to avoid some of these injuries, but it's hard. I'm sure it really is, because it's like this game is, you hear some of the hits, and they're moving pretty quick. It's like car wrecks. You're hitting each other really hard at high rate of speeds, man. So, yeah, there was a lot of injuries. Hopefully we can get those players back on the field soon. But, yeah, in Green Bay, they're missing some parts there. And you can tell that, Aaron Rodgers is, I'm sure he's being vocal somewhere. And then somebody know, hey, look, you guys got to get your shit together. Be there. Let's make these plays. We can't fucking lose any games anymore. I'm sure he's been very, very vocal about what's going on with that team. It's still early, but still, you know, my team, the Raiders are 0-2. The Titans are 0-2. There's a lot of 0-2 teams, 1-1s, 2-0s. I just love it. It's all already starting to morph and kind of, I love it. I love the time, the season. You know, I wish it would get a little cooler down here in South Texas, but still, we're still getting some bad, you know, heat but you know, I hope it changes pretty soon and it'll really feel like football season. And man, over the weekend, you gotta give prop to the local kids here in San Antonio. The UTSA Roadrunners went up to Austin to play the Longhorns, and it started out looking a little good in there in the first couple of minutes of the game, and then the Longhorns came back and kind of said, "Hey, hold on a minute. This is our home, and we're taking over." And they did. And UTSA ended up sitting their star quarterback down and says, "Nah, we're not just going to save him. We're not coming back from this." Which I kind of disagree with that. You know, keep playing him. Look what Kyler Murray did. I know it's two different, you know, game situations, but still, I'm just saying, leave him in there to play. I don't know if he was pissed or I don't know the situation. I just thought that he could have played through and stayed there on the field with his team. But you know what? I give them props. They went up to Austin and gave it all they had. You know, I saw they did a hype video. They do these hype videos, and so they went up to Austin and did a hype video before the game, and it was funny because now it like blew up in your face. But anyway, you know what? That the Roadrunners are doing well. They're going to be okay. They'll win out some games. But I don't think the UT Austin Longhorns wouldn't let you come up and kind of pop up in their face and say, "Hey, look, we're the Roadrunners from San Antonio." No. But it was good. It was a good football game. I watched it. I enjoyed watching the Longhorns do their thing. So like I said, there was a lot of stuff going on over the weekend. And I want to congratulate the Las Vegas Aces. That's my WNBA team. I was a Stars. I got to cover the Stars when Becky Hammon was playing here in San Antonio. Really cool person to be around. Love her personality. She's good people. It was good for her to, you know, to be on these runs with our San Antonio Spurs. And she had a huge part of it because she would go down and coach these young players and these veterans as well. So I'm proud of Becky. I feel like I know her, and it's just great to see and listen to her kind of talk to her team and just bring those good lessons that she's learned and scenarios and different kind of situations she's learned from, you know, being a part of the NBA team, the San Antonio Spurs, and working alongside the great Coach Popovich. So, and Pop was, you know, went up and talked to the team that right before they won it, and he talked about, you know, he told Becky, he's like, "What games do I love to play? What games do I like to play in?" And he's like, "Away games." Yeah, he's like, "I love those away games." He just likes being away from home because he likes the team, the way, you know, it's more, they bond more together. They go to dinners, they do the before and the after. They're always together as a team. And he talked about that. So it's cool to see that other side of Coach Popovich, the great Coach Popovich. Like he's proud. I'm so glad he was, you know, in Vegas when they got that win and before they went on the road. You know, he addressed the team, and that's when he has said that, you know, his favorite games are on the road.
you doing, Joe? I don't know what, you don't need me, that's for sure. But it was great watching you guys play. It's been great watching you on TV. And the way you execute, the way you play physically, it's just beautiful to watch, honestly. No, you just play great basketball. And it's about consistency. So you got to keep it going. And for me, I always tell my teams the sweetest wins are which ones?
The ones on the road.
The ones on the road, baby. The ones on the road, and that's where you're going. They're the sweetest.
So, yeah, congratulations to Becky Hammon and the Aces. They're having a party. Asia Wilson, my favorite player, number 22. I love that. I love that lady. She's wonderful. They got a great squad. I've been watching them since Becky went there. And I always was fascinated by the way that team played because, they had the great Bill Lambier who brought that team together, and Becky, gave a shout out, thanking, Coach Lambier and saying, you're the one that put this together. And that was great. See what I mean? What Pop instills, it's not about me. It's like, hey, look, this is the way the process started. You planted the seed, they grew and, bought in. I came in to help and keep everybody together and get us to where we needed to go. And it's just so awesome to see Becky Hammon win and the city of Las Vegas to win the first time, one of their championships there. They're WNBA champions now. So congratulations, Becky. Man, it's awesome. I appreciate that. A shout out to another local kid, the WBC World Champion BAM at 210 BAM. He's 17-0 with 11 KOs. BAM, if you don't know what I'm talking about BAM Rodriguez. He's the WBC World Champion. That's good to hear, man. I watched the previous fight and saw him again. It's like, man, just very impressed by him. Just remember that name, BAM Rodriguez. It's good because I love boxing. Always have. I appreciate it. I'm more of a boxing guy than I am an MMA guy. And people will kind of just like, oh, you're an idiot. And that's my personal preference. But I'll watch it. Believe me, I'll watch MMA. I dig it. But I just love. I've seen some old fights, man, in boxing. I go way back, so I enjoy my boxing. There's no way that I'm never going to be like, I'll do MMA over boxing. There's no way. Nope. Anyway, congratulations to BAM Rodriguez. Can't wait to see you do more. And, whenever we hear anything from BAM Rodriguez, I'm sure that I will put anything that he does, I'm going to put it on this podcast and we'll talk about it. Maybe I'll try to attend one of his fights if it's local. Maybe I'll try to go and check that out because he is a very exciting boxer to watch. So keep your eye out for him. And finally, I'm going to leave you with this one because I was a huge Rob Zombie fan of the music back in the day. He still does some cool stuff. I love all the sound and the way he produces his albums, and he's got John 5 on his band. He's got a good band behind him. And he's he's paid his dues, man. Rob Zombie is he's a great musician, and he's a director now. He puts movies together. He's done Halloween and some other projects, and every time I see a Rob Zombie flick or a remake, like the Halloween stuff, I don't know. I don't know how I felt about it in the beginning, because I love the Halloween movies, all the trilogy of that. I watch it. I enjoy that. I'm a horror freak. I love watching scary movies, and those are the ones I watched. Those were the Halloween movies with Michael Myers were the first one, the second one, and the third one. So, of course, I'm going to be a critic when somebody does a remake of the movie. I'm going to tell you my opinion about it. And the Halloween movie, to me, I couldn't watch the whole thing. They were just too violent and just like, just crazy. Just, I enjoyed with the original. I enjoyed the vintage setups, everything that came with it. Rob Zombie did his version of Halloween, and it was just like, man, it was major, just slasher flick. It's like, it's just still too much, But, I give him props for doing it. Nobody else will step up and do what he's doing. And those are huge projects to take on, when it comes to that, because people are going to call you out. Hollywood and whoever, they're going to eat you up if you don't do a good job. And when I saw this come across my radar, Rob Zombie remakes The Munsters, I'm like, okay, I can see it, because I was like, is it going to be animation or what is he going to do? But, knowing Rob Zombie and his love for horror and the classic and vintage movies, he's one of those aficionados that knows that scene. He's all about it. I think he named his pets. They're all named after serial killers or what is it? Lead guys in horror flicks. It's either one of those. And I think that's so funny. So I'm a fan. I said, I'm a fan of Rob Zombie. Rob and his wife, they do a lot of projects together, and she's so hot. I love her. I forgot her name, but she is smoking hot. Anything that she does, I'm all about. To me, she's just, I just love her vibe. Everything about her is, it's just, I dig it. He's a lucky man. Rob Zombie is a lucky man. So enough of that. So she stars in this Munsters movie, right? And so I watched it tonight, and I got through maybe 35 minutes, and I had to stop it. I said, okay, I need to talk about this. The colors, everything, the scenes are freaking amazing. The sets, the house, everything leading up. Just Herman Munster is he could have done a little bit better job with Herman. Grandpa Munster, yeah, he's almost there. And Herman's wife as well. That's Rob Zombie's wife. She did a great job. Like I said, once again, anything she does, I'm all about. She did a great job. And some of the characters, they're good. I'm going to watch the whole thing. I'm not going to come out here and, watch, like I said, 35 minutes and come and say, oh, it sucked. But what I saw, the first 35 minutes, I said, okay, let me stop this. I need to talk about it. Then I'll go finish it, and then I'll give you the rest of, what I have on it. Maybe it'll be a turnaround in the next couple 35 minutes more that I get into. Maybe it'll get better. Who knows? But I'll come back and let you guys know. But man, I just can't buy in at this point. What I saw, I'm like, come on, Rob, you could have done. He could have done a little bit better with Herman Munster. I'm not going to tell you a lot about it because if you haven't seen it, then you'll be like, you know. So just know if you watch this, it's not going to be the black and white vintage Munsters that we grew up watching. It's not the same thing. And that's what I hate about this. It kind of ruins it for me. So that's why I try not to do it, but I want to do it to talk about it. So maybe you'll watch it and maybe you can change my mind, or maybe I'm missing something. But for right now, I'm like, no, there's no way. Rob Zombie, there's no way you should have touched that. There's some movies and shows that you don't, remake. You can't do it. There's things you can't touch. Right? Like when Robin Williams brought Popeye to life, the movie. That was good. That was classic. I know it's a way different off the left field project, but that's what I'm saying. If you're going to do something, if you're going to they brought Popeye to life, I think they did it spot on the first time. The Munsters, what I saw, like I said, the sets, everything else, the way the movie was produced, top notch. It's just, I don't know. There was some things that I saw that were kind of like, and then, getting into it, when I stopped it was when Herman was singing, and I'm like, okay, all right, I'm going to stop it and then talk about it. But yeah, I wasn't into it, man. It was one of those things where maybe I have to watch it, more than once. But you be the judge. Tweet at me at Johnny Compian and follow me on Twitter. Like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Inside the ManCave Podcast Show, for all the latest podcasts. Go back there. I got stuff on Anchor. I got stuff on Spotify, Inside the ManCave Podcast Show. Like and subscribe my pages, man, on social media. I appreciate what I have. The 32 followers I got, I'm still on 32. Will we get to 35 by week 3 of the NFL?
This is Inside the ManCave. I am excited.
Tweet at me at Johnny Compian on Twitter. And you can also support the podcast show on anchor.fm/Johnny5150.